There's a brand new trailer at Gamescom showcasing Winter Soldier and Captain America as two new playable characters. Afterwards, they had a huge dev stream on Discord. It was an AMA. Lots of really good questions on there. I'm going to rapid fire these questions and answers off to you guys, so bear with me. I'm going to go quick. To get right into it, first things first, brand new playable characters, Captain America, Winter Soldier, as I said. Also, the game is releasing on December 6th. That is a full launch on December 6th that they have planned for. And another big thing is every single character that comes out from the very beginning is going to be free to play. And any character after that will also be free to play. So all you need, your console, your PC, wherever you're playing on, the game is absolutely free. Just an extension of that, they were talking about how they're going to make money in the AMA. They just blatantly said it's going to be through the skins. So all the tier skins, they didn't give a price range, but they said the skins, the emotes, and the sprays will be the main reason that they earn cash through the game, and obviously the battle pass. Talked about the seasons and the battle pass. I'll segue into that. They said it's basically gonna be what the alpha and beta battle pass were, with a few surprises that they said in there in store for everybody, some secrets. They didn't say exactly what that was. They were asked how many seasons they're gonna have every single year. They teased and said it's gonna be less than 100, so they didn't say an exact mark for that. They talked about balance, the pace at which the balance will come out. Pretty much going to be the same as the beta and the alpha, around that same pacing. They were asked about balance for Magneto and Spider-Man in particular. I really like that they asked this question. So they were talking about Magneto's sword, and everyone's like, you know, it's overpowered, people are dying quickly by it, and you know, it is really good. It's a really good team up. They said Magneto alone is pretty good character, very efficient at what he does, but not anything that they're too concerned about. And as far as the sword team up with Scarlet Witch goes, they were a little concerned, but a way they're going to fix that is they're going to make the sound cues for the sword on Magneto a little bit more, I guess, make people aware of it a little bit more. And they also said it's not as bad except when it's Magneto, Scarlet Witch, and Venom for some reason. So I think they're kind of taking that as all them together. It makes it not as OP as people make it out to be or think it is, even though it is really good. But sound cues should help alleviate the balance on that a little bit and know when it's happening, we're going to get hit by it and deal with it. The Spider-Man, people talked about the one-shot combo, said that it's really oppressive. What are they going to do going forward with the balances as far as one-shots? So for Spider-Man in particular, they said they don't see a problem in it, which is a good thing because Spider-Man, I mean, if there's a mantis, they can heal each other instantly. You can sleep the Spider-Man very easily. So these one-shot combos, they're pretty easy to heal through. The cooldown on the team up for Spider-Man and Venom is 30 seconds. It does take some execution to get in and do so. Spider-Man is a difficult character. So for now, they said there's not really a problem that they see in the Spider-Man one-shot combo. It's how the character's supposed to be played correctly, but if there is any kind of insta-kill overpowered things in the future, they will look to tune those accordingly depending on how aggressive they are or oppressive they are. Somebody talked about crowd control. They didn't want the game to turn into, you know, Marvel Stunvils, similar how Overwatch did in the past. And they talked about how they have things considered hard CC and soft CC, and a huge process that they go through to determine which characters get hit by it, what happens to them, how oppressive it seems on them, what is like a good timely fashion that the suppression that the CC should last, exactly what the CC does, if it's a hard stun or a slow. They had a whole huge testing thing they said they go through per character, and they also throw that into testing inside of their dev team, and that's how they come out to see how long these crowd control abilities should last and exactly what they should do. So that's good to know they go through that process. Mantis Sleep does last a little long, but I may be biased because I like Spider-Man, but that's good to know that they do that going forward. Hopefully the game doesn't turn into just ridiculous CC. They talked about Winter Soldier and Captain America, like what they saw inside of the kit of these characters, and basically it was lore accurate Captain America where he can do this forever kind of meme thing. He is a really good character. I'll show you the showcase of the dev showing him in game at the very end of this video. If you stick around, I'll just let you guys watch that. He's got a voiceover on it. Captain America is a tank. He's got a shield he can put up anytime. He can sprint around, deflect bullets. He seems like he might be pretty good for like brawl and dive character. Winter Soldier, same thing. He's got a gun. He's got ability that pulls in. He's got a dash ability with an uppercut, and every single time you use an ability, you reload your gun. So it's like, it's almost like a fighting game combo-esque type thing where you're weaving abilities in your auto attacks. The devs talked about that in the AMA, how they have a fighting game in mind for Winter Soldier, and also he's a hit scan, so he looks like a really, really fun character to play. And his ultimate, you can use it over and over if you get a kill after you hit somebody with it within a timely fashion. He seems really fun to play. They also talked about a roadmap that they're going to have. A lot of things coming up. They're going to talk about servers, where they're going to put more servers on, you know, everywhere in the world, so people have better connections, so they're able to play. They were talking about the seasonal model, how long those are going to last, the maps coming out, the characters. So they're going to have an entire roadmap in the future between now and December 6th where they showcase those things. The optimization of the game, that's a big one. So they said that they understand that the optimization isn't that great in the game now. They talked about the destruction in the environments, and also how some of the chokes are kind of convoluted and the big team fights that happen there. But they did recognize that there was something under the hood that was problematic that they didn't really like, and they're investigating that, trying to make it better, trying to make it more efficient for everybody on their systems, for any settings mode that they want to run on. So optimization is key to them. They're looking into it, they understand it, and they're trying to fix it. So that's really good. This dev team was awesome. They were really blunt. They just told everything everybody wanted to hear that they were allowed to do. Really, really great guys, it seemed like, in the AMA today. As far as PvE goes, they talked about there's no PvE plans at all so far for the game, but they were open to suggestions, potentially adding something later on down the line, but it doesn't seem likely at all. They talked about hero abilities. So for now, they said, this was interesting. For now, they said the hero abilities, they want to kind of keep it one per hero, so it's just not a bunch of extra stuff that's going on. And, you know, they don't want like 7 different buttons for each character that you have to press, all these abilities. So, but what they did say was they may be looking to add more stuff as far as the team ups go, potentially maybe 2 abilities for one character with the team up, or just removing past team ups altogether and creating new ones, potentially with a seasonal model, which would be pretty unique as far as balancing goes from season to season. You know, like this season, this team up is good, this pairing's good. It would switch up the balance, make the characters a little bit like a little refresh, more interesting and whatnot. So it seems like a pretty good idea to me. They talked about the punishment system and the report system, and whether it be automated or somebody sitting behind actually doing something about it. So they said they're working on this, and I believe it is automated to an extent, but one of the devs reassured people that there is actual people actively looking at these reports behind the scenes, and those are the people doing things about them. So if there's people hard cheating and whatnot, there's actual real people that are going to look at this and ban somebody, get rid of a cheater, do whatever they need to accordingly, which is really good because a lot of games don't have that. You can just abuse the automated system and, you know, you're banned for no reason, or someone's banned for no reason. So that's good to hear. They talked about if they're going to have any bias towards characters, if the devs have like character bias where they're going to balance them accordingly to how much they like them, like the favoritism. And they rest assured that, you know, the devs do have their characters that they like, but that will not be a factor in the incoming balance. Everyone's going to be treated equal. I think a side question was said something about the characters being men and women, and they said they're going to try to have, you know, as many men as they do women in the game for whoever wants to play what, which, you know, that's really good too. And speaking of characters, someone asked about Storm, asked if Storm needs a rework. I personally don't think she does. I think she's pretty good. Definitely used in a team-based scenario with her big AoE, speed, and the damage boost. And the dev said the exact same thing. He said essentially, you know, playing with a team with her around the big AoE that she has, she's actually a really good character, and I believe the same thing. So no rework to Storm, even though somebody asked about that. Someone asked, will there be more characters revealed from now to launch? And, you know, they were kind of quiet but smirky about it. They were like, well, you can read in between the lines. So essentially, yes, that means we're going to get more characters between now until launch on December 6th. Currently, there's 25 characters planned, like that have been revealed today with Captain America and Winter Soldier, but there's going to be even more than that. As we know, there's leaks down the line. There's potentially in the future upwards of over 50 characters going to be added to the game. So definitely more reveals coming from now until December 6th. Somebody else asked, will there be any other Marvel collaborations inside the universe or like the company universe? And this was a unique question because I was thinking, okay, well, Disney owns Marvel, so does that mean that we're potentially getting like Disney collab with inside the game? That, you know, maybe something with Star Wars or something like that. We could have the Mandalorian in the game. That would actually be a pretty dope collab. Something of the sort. Who knows? You may have Jedis with lightsabers in there. Might be a little crazy, but they said anything's possible as far as that goes. So who knows? Anywhere in the Marvel universe or a crossover with Marvel-owned company, you never know. You might get something like that in the game. They were definitely open to it. And somebody else said something about the death animations in the game, how it felt like they were dying and they didn't understand why and stuff like that. And they just kind of reiterated it's a third-person game. If there's a problem with like the hit reg, or you not feeling like you're getting hit from somewhere and you can tell what's going on, if the community as a whole finds that an issue and is complaining enough, they'll address it, they'll fix it and whatnot, which is good. So, and then last final thing was a Marvel Snap collab. They kind of were smirky on that too, said, you know, we'll see the potential in the future. And I think there's potential leaks on that already if you guys are a Marvel Snap player. So that's pretty much it. The dev team was awesome. They were really blunt, straightforward. Just everything was amazing. This game seems to be shaping up to be a really good game. Free to play, free for everyone. All the heroes free for everyone from now until the entire game's lifespan. It's looking promising. They do a little bit with the optimization, keep the balance tight, get some cool characters. I am more than happy to buy skins and do whatever I need to support this game. So that's pretty much it. It was kind of long. I know I talked a lot. That's everything. I rapid fired through all my notes on the AMA. It was like an hour and a half AMA, but that's it. If you guys want more Marvel Rivals content in the future, this is going to be my main game on the channel, I think, going forward, unless something changes. So I'll have guides up. I got a couple of guides up right now. I'll show you guys how to play, show you the game, teach you things, have some content rolling in. If you like it, like, sub, do your thing. If not, that's all good too. And y'all have a good day.